Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to our October 28th, 2025 Board of Education meeting. We are calling the meeting to order at 7:06 p.m. And if everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. A reading of meeting notice. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provision of the Act, the Verona Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published in the Star Ledger, posted with the Township of Verona and the Verona Education Association. Postings of this meeting setting forth the time, location, and agenda were posted at the Verona Board of Education office and on the Verona Public Schools District website. Copies of tonight's agenda and resolutions have been made available to the public via the Board of Education website. Mr. Robinson, if you could please call attendance.
Mrs. Ferrera.
Here.
Mrs. Prisco.
Here.
Mr. Boone. Here.
Thank you. Moving on to our agenda. I need a motion on routine matters to approve our minutes from our October 14th, 2025 meeting. Moved by Mrs. Ferrara, seconded by Mr. Boone.
It's gonna be a busy night.
Are there any discussions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Ferrara.
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco.
Yes.
Mr. Boone. Yes.
Thank you. Moving on to our superintendent's report by Ms. Diane DiGiuseppe.
I have a quick report since we feels like we just just want to give a shout out and a big thank you to Verona Together, who arranged for and encouraged Diane Grossman and Mallory's Army Foundation founder to come and provide assemblies for our students in grades 7 through 12 and our parent community members and last week in the evening. Mrs. Grossman doesn't do schools anymore, so that was a special favor for Verona Together. And it was an amazing, both the student assemblies and the parent assembly or parent discussion were very different, but they were both really unbelievably touching and informative. And I wanted to thank publicly Mrs. Grossman for coming out and talking to our parents and our students. Our students were tremendously respectful and asked really thoughtful questions in such a way that I was profoundly proud to be a member of the staff here in watching how they held themselves. And while I was with you at school boards for the middle school meeting, I was told that other than them complaining about taking their cell phones away, they were good too. So really happy that that is now done. It was a lot of setup to get that. We had to change the date. We couldn't find the date. It was a lot, but it was definitely worth having. Good news for Forest Avenue School. I know we recently spoke about the best high school rankings for U.S. News and World Report, where Verona High School ranks 69th in New Jersey, which is the 83rd percentile, and 92nd in the 92nd percentile nationally. This will be the first time that anyone in our administration remembers one of our elementary schools being recognized. So we received an email this morning from U.S. News, and we were notified that Forest Avenue was at least in the top 40% of the 2,339 elementary schools in New Jersey. Actually, the specific ranking is in the top 15%, and which places Forest Avenue School in the 86th percentile. So that's out of all of the schools in New Jersey, all of the elementary schools in New Jersey. Only about 1,300 of them are actually ranked. So he's in. They are in the students and staff. They are in the top 25th percentile of the ranked schools, and they are, which means they outperform 75% of the schools in the rankings. So congratulations to Forest Avenue School students, staff, and Mr. Monticelli, who was really taken back and very happy to hear that. The number one school, if you're interested, was School 28, Patterson Academy for the Gifted and Talented. The most of the schools at the top 10, you could rattle them off: Mountain Lakes, Milburn, Livingston, go right down Madison. So we're starting to raise the bar. Yep. So just a little methodology. The rankings use the same methodology for all included grade levels. So for each school, each state, schools were assessed on their shares of students who were proficient or above proficient in math and reading language arts on our state assessments. So half of the formula assessed scores themselves, and the other half incorporated the test results in the context of socioeconomic demographics. So the top most ranked schools are those schools that are high achieving and have succeeded at educating all students. I'm not going to go through all of the, to have 4 ranking factors: reading proficiency, math proficiency, reading performance, and math performance. And so proficiency is what it is. It's the rank, it's where your students rank in the percentile among your state. The performance really are, so US News looks at the socioeconomic makeup of your school, and they predict where you should be. And then they measure where you actually are compared to where they predict you should be based on socioeconomic and ethnicity data. So those are the 4 things that they use to rank, and that's where we are. And yeah, it's great, great. Last, staffing. We are currently actively recruiting business administrators. We are conducting 2nd round interviews for the assistant principal for athletics and student activities. And we are, you'll see on the agenda tonight, the finalist that we spoke about for the science position is on the agenda. Local hometown educated at Verona High School. Oh, well, actually, educated across Verona schools. And just a little fun fact: when I got here, 50% of our paraprofessionals were agency paras. We are now almost completely fully staffed with paraprofessionals, and all but 2 are paraprofessionals that we employ directly, not through an agency. And I just want to thank the board for what you guys did for the paras by going and funding that salary guide outside of collective bargaining. That was very important, and it's really what turned the tide in being able to have a competitive wage for those paras. Have one of the hardest jobs in the district. So and it's great that we can encourage more of our paras to be part of our employment community. And that's my report for tonight.
Just one question on the awesome forest recognition. Are we doing anything, or will we be doing anything to promote it, like putting a banner on their school or on the webpage?
We're gonna put it on the webpage. Yeah, there's some stuff that US News will send us that'll show they're like logos and stuff. We'll put it on a banner. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing, because I think it's so important to celebrate the small wins. Not that it's a small win,
Yeah.
but to celebrate all wins, I should say. I also just wanted to share, just with respect to the Mallory's Army assembly, as parents, we hear little tidbits of things from school here and there. And last week I was able to hear that, like, just overhearing a conversation of one of my kids and some of their friends, and the impact that had on them. So I think that is the best piece of evidence that we can have that something hit, right, or made a positive impact to the kids, is when they're actually talking about it unprompted, unasked, just on their own. So I wanted to share that, and thank you for that. And then I just want to celebrate the paras. It's so important, like you said, just to reinforce that, and just to, that all of our staff, including our paras, and everyone know that they're part of this learning community, that, we're all kind of working the same direction, and to have them really be Verona employees, not agency, I think is such a great step in the right direction. So thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to our student report. Mr. Ryan Gu.
Good evening, good evening, everyone. So even as the fall sports season draws to an end, many of Verona's teams are still continuing with great success. Just yesterday, the volleyball team defeated West Essex, which is a victory that moved the team onto the Essex County Tournament Finals. And for finals, the volleyball team will be playing an away match against Livingston High School tomorrow at 6 p.m. At senior night last Friday, the boys soccer team scored a resounding 7-1 win against Newark Tech while celebrating our 10 boys soccer seniors. And tomorrow, the boys soccer team will be playing Livingston at 6 p.m. on Soweto Field. Despite Livingston coming out on top of our girls soccer team yesterday at semifinals, Verona's record is still strong and the team remains the number 3 seed in the ECT and looks forward to playing for a playoff title in the NJSIAA bracket. The girls soccer team will be playing a game against Milburn on Saturday, November 1st. Also look forward to girls field hockey senior day on the 1st of November as well. And they will honor their seniors and play Newark Academy at 9:30 a.m. on Centennial Field. A big trend of this report is there's a lot of things happening on November 1st. So just mark that down in your calendar. So last Friday, the Essex County Tournament Cross Country Championships honored VHS senior Sienna Griffin, who placed 6 out of 108 runners in Essex County, as she made the first team all-county team for Essex County. And remarkably, Griffin's time was the 5th fastest in VHS history. So definitely congratulations and shout outs to Sienna Griffin. And furthermore, the boys and girls cross-country teams will be competing at the NJSIAA finals on November 1st. Switching gears to music, the VHS marching band competed at East Brunswick High School 2 Saturdays ago. This following Sunday, the Marching Maroon and Whites will wrap up its season by competing at state championships at the College of New Jersey. The VHS concert band will be hosting and performing a brief Halloween-themed concert in the high school's band room tomorrow night at 7. This year, Halloween at VHS is being spruced up a little bit, and following our traditional costume parade and contest will be a new trunk or treat event hosted by the student council and the senior class. Underclassmen dressed up in costume will be able to trick or treat out of specially decorated cars around the VHS parking lot. And there will be also a car decoration contest for the seniors as well. So Halloween is sure to be fun and unforgettable. And that's really all for my report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian.
Thank you very much, Ryan. On to committee reports. Does anyone have any questions? On to committee reports, education.
So quick education meeting. It was a good quick one. So we have for our at our elementary level, we have our academic enrichment students who have been identified and began this week for their services. At high school level, we had 121 students who will be receiving the AP Scholar Awards, which is another wonderful celebration. As far as curriculum goes, we are in the process of developing the course proposals and revisions for the 26-27 school year. As with all other districts in the state, we are in the process of doing the NJSLA field test for the new adaptive state assessments that the students will be taking in June. This field test is a practice run. As far as instruction for non-tenured teachers, all SGOs are due. This is kind of just procedures. Observations have begun. We do have 2 upcoming PD days, so professional development days. They will be focusing in the elementary school in the new HMH training, which is our new K-5 literacy program, as well as the learning targets, which has been a district goal. And then at the middle school and high school level, we'll also be focusing on those, building success criteria, which is also aligned to our strategic goals. And I'm happy to say that, we're seeing a lot of this data, we're seeing a lot of the success and the growth from our students, and I do believe that a lot of that is tied to these, to this professional development and support that the teachers have been getting. So thank you, Ms. Giuseppe. In special education, our CPAC meeting, the CPAC meeting was held on October 15th, which was reported as having a nice turnout and a successful meeting. Yeah. One thing that I think is important to note, what was it? We're continuing with the action plan for the Bog Center and the Dreams Grant, which were two grants that we received last year that will be able to support right now counselors and then hopefully be able to turnkey to our teachers. We've said this before, but the importance of being able to turnkey these practices into the classroom is where we start to see I think where we start to see movement. So I always love to hear that. And then again, we have professional development for our paraprofessionals. So this goes back to what we were saying about having in-district paraprofessionals and now being able to offer our paras, the Elevate Educators professional development is so important. This drives success. This helps to support the teachers. It helps to support students and families. So it's all around, I think, a celebration. And I think that was it.
Any questions?
Just one thing I wanted to commend Mrs. Ferrara and Mr. Waka, who is not here, for their wonderful curriculum presentation last week down in
Yeah.
Atlantic City. And the main reason I want to shout this out is to let the community know that people that are involved in understanding how our curriculum is put together, the people behind that, or the people over looking into this, are immensely talented and really know what goes on, and they educate others on how to establish best practices. So it really gave me a lot of pride to see Verona really setting the tone in front of a statewide audience. So congratulations, Mrs. Verona.
So much, that means a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Boone. I agree with your comments wholeheartedly. Moving on to public comments on any agenda action items. If there's anyone from the public that would like to speak on anything we are voting on, please come to the podium and state your name. And you will have 3 minutes. Seeing none. Any discussion, moving on to discussion items or new business or old business?
Do we need to discuss meeting schedule for November?
Sure.
So
Sure, so we can discuss this in this, I guess, right now. So we are looking at our calendar for November, keeping our November 12th, 2025 meeting as scheduled. And right now, canceling out the November 25th Board of Education meeting. And if we need to, something comes up and we need to add it back in, we will in enough time.
I'd recommend a formal resolution, so I motion to adjust the board calendar
Okay,
for 11/25.
I would like a motion to adjust the Board of Education calendar, removing November 25th, 2025. Moved by Mrs. Ferrara, seconded by Mr. Boone. Any discussions? All in favor, I guess?
Mrs. Ferrara,
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco.
Yes,
Mr. Boone.
yes,
great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Boone. Any other discussion items or new or old business? Anything for correspondence, Mrs. Di Giuseppe? No, okay. Great, moving on to our resolutions. Our first up is, I need a motion to approve our personnel resolutions A1 through A10. Motion by Mr. Boone, seconded by Mrs. Ferrara. Are there any discussions? Mr. Robinson, if you could please call
Mrs.
roll.
Ferrara,
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco,
Yes,
Mr. Boone.
yes,
thank you. Moving on to our education resolutions. I need a motion to approve resolutions B1 through B4.
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Ferrara, seconded by Mr. Boone. Any discussion? Mr. Robinson, if you could call roll.
Mrs. Ferrara,
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco.
Yes,
Mr. Boone.
yes,
Great, thank you. Moving on to athletics and co-curricular, motion to approve resolution C1. Motion by Mr. Boone, seconded by, one second, seconded by Mrs. Ferrara. Any discussion? Mr. Robinson, if you could
Mrs.
please call
Ferrara.
roll.
Yes.
Ms. Prisco,
Yes,
Mr. Boone.
Yes.
thank you. There's nothing for facilities. Moving on to our finance. Motion to approve resolutions E1 through E5. Motion by Mr. Boone, seconded by, a second, Mrs. Ferrara. Any discussion? None?
Just a thank you to VP,
Yes.
as always, for their grant.
Mr. Robinson, if you could call roll.
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco,
Yes,
Mr. Boone.
Yes.
thank you. Moving on to governance and policy. Need a motion to approve resolutions F1 through F4. Motion by
So moved.
Mrs. Ferrara, seconded by
I'll second.
Mr. Boone. Are there any discussions? Mr. Robinson, if you could please call roll.
Mrs. Ferrara,
Yes.
Mrs. Prisco,
Yes.
Mr. Boone.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Moving on to public comments on any items. You have 3 minutes. Please come to the podium and state your name. Seeing none. I need a motion to adjourn our meeting.
Moved.
Motion by Mrs. Ferrara, seconded by Mr. Boone. Our next public meeting will be Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, beginning a confidential session at 6 p.m. and public session at 7 p.m. in the Verona High School Learning Commons. And all in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned and it is 7:28 p.m. Have a great evening and happy Halloween.